So the first one we're going to talk about, and these are real life examples, is let's talk about a focus on assets, right? So, and we're going to talk about this asset called a landing page that often we all have used at some point in time, and about how that applies from stages 1 to 5. So stage 1, we've got a simple out of the box template for our landing page, right? We're just going to get started quickly. It's got all the components and we're going to start. Stage 2, we might actually look at doing a proper template with our brand styles, so it's more coherent with what we're representing in our business. Stage 3 would be, let's do some SEO optimization, right? So we want to make sure title tags are correct. We've got the meta descriptions correct. Got enough content on our page. We've got all the alt tags correctly, things like that. So that's stage 3. Stage 4, we're going to look at some smart content in HubSpot, so personalization, and see how we can better improve that page for our users to make it better for them. And then stage 5, we're going to look at A/B testing and adaptive testing, depending on the version of HubSpot you have. So here's kind of a path in terms of talking about landing pages, about how that applies to stages 1 to 5. Now, Craig's going to talk about activity and working with contacts and how that actually happens in stages 1 to 5.
That's right. And so that's a really good example. I might just comment on that, Ian, because it highlights that there's a path, as you said, a path forward. And here's a typical conversation we'll have with a prospect or a new customer. They'll say, oh, look, we really want to do A/B testing of our landing pages or multivariate testing. We're like, oh, look, that's good. But actually, do you have a landing page template in place? Oh, no, not yet. We just want to get started. Oh, and what about smart content? Can we do that? We're like, yeah. Yes, you can do that because they've received an email or an update from HubSpot. Oh, I do multivariate. That's great. Let's get the basics in place first. Have you actually got a landing page? Is it actually a template that you can work with and easily update? Has it been optimized? As you said, all of those things. So it's the path. I know I'm kind of just repeating the steps you went through there, Ian, but for the listeners, this is the reason. It's so that we just guide you to the next highest priority. Let's have a chat about an activity-related item. So an activity piece. You might start with manual entry of contacts. And then you've got email tracking, maybe some forms in place. You've got the Outlook add-in or the Gmail add-in, so email tracking's there. Then you might be looking at some properties on there or lifecycle changes, lifecycle stage changes. Then you've got some calling in HubSpot that you add to the activity. And then later, there might actually be some use of playbooks and things like that for how you're actually talking with clients. And so that's all around activity. You're tracking activity. And sometimes, again, we get into conversations where people want to jump ahead, and that's great. We love that enthusiasm. Oh, we want to use playbooks with our sales reps. Okay, that's great. But are they actually tracking emails from their inbox? Oh no, we haven't set that up yet. Okay, let's start with that, then move on. And so what's another example? What about even just training? We often find this training as well. Yeah.
So let's look at training now. And let's talk about using the tools, right? So understanding, so let's say it's stage 1. You just want to understand views and how you can segment your contacts, right? So that might be stage 1. Stage 2 might be using how to use the Outlook and Gmail plugin to log all activity. So just understanding how to connect all of that in and what value it is to you. Stage 3, we might look at customizing your setup and your layouts. So that's really key. And how do you do that efficiently? Stage 4, we would look at using reports and how to actually use the report builder. So training on how to do that. And stage 5, things like using the latest features, so the public betas that are available, inbound calling, etc. But just, making sure that you're on top of that and you're able to maximize that in your HubSpot journey.
Another good example, and I just add a comment to that as well, training, especially with customers that are really keen on HubSpot, they want to jump ahead and they actually get themselves overwhelmed. Oh, we want to train on, as you said, inbound calling. Oh, great. I got this note from HubSpot. They now do inbound calling. Great. How do we set that up? Oh, hang on. Have you actually got your layout set up? Have you actually got the email plugin? Don't get ahead of yourself. So this is a guide, once again. I know I'm laboring that point, but that's what we're seeing. This is the overwhelm we see with people. So many things to do that they might even start them, but never get them finished. They start something because it sounds exciting. That's that shiny object syndrome. They never actually get their foundations bedded down.